It's just if you do have any fussy eaters that don't like the white bits in scrambled egg and that's putting them off, this is a wonderful way of quickly solving that. So they've got other ingredients around here, some of them you haven't seen. So the mystery will be revealed. Oh! I've just thrown it straight in. I'm going to have to get another one. How typically me. They're beautiful, they're creamy, they're absolutely delicious. Hello darlings, today I'm going to show you my own scrambled egg. Now I know scrambled eggs are very easy to do for a lot of people, but I can't seem to find anyone who does them the way I like them. And I have tried teaching people, but I thought if I had this video then maybe Simon could watch it and do my eggs perfectly. He's a very good cook, he's doing so well, he's a very good student, I have taught him well. But with regards to the scrambled eggs, I'm very particular. Plus, I have a fussy eater in the house who doesn't like to see any bit of white in their eggs, and that's when they didn't want to eat the eggs because of the white in them. So I remember I was exactly the same at their age. So my dad strained the eggs and it was like a game changer. So I know when I go to strain these eggs, you're going to think, oh my God, what are you doing? You don't have to do this bit. It's just if you do have any fussy eaters that don't like the white bits in scrambled egg and that's putting them off, this is a wonderful way of quickly solving that so they can also enjoy a lovely scrambled egg meal with the rest of the family. So I'm going to get cracking. Yeah, bad joke, I know. Anyway, first tip, and I know this sounds really basic, but I crack each egg individually into a bowl first because there was one time, just one time, when I was cracking all the eggs into a bowl, everything was fine, and I got one rotten egg. And I've never in my life had a rotten egg before. I've never had a rotten egg since, but oh my God, it was like someone had squeezed a skunk into the bowl. And I had to waste all the eggs. So ever since then, being extra careful, I crack first egg into a bowl. Absolutely fine, as it always has been for many, many years. And that goes in. Now, I do roughly between 2 to 3 medium eggs or 2 large eggs per person if it's going to be a main meal, as this is going to be for dinner. It doesn't have to be for breakfast, you know. So, actually I'm going to put these back in here, which drives Simon crazy because then he can't get them out for the recycling, but he'll manage. Anyway, I put the eggshells on my plants, so waste not, want not. So yeah, 2 eggs per person. So what I'm going to do on the recipe, on the descriptions down below, shouldn't point with that, I have very bad manners, but it doesn't matter, don't tell. What I'm going to do is do a recipe for 1. So if you want to do this for yourself, you don't have to try and do all the sums, but if you're going to do it for you and your family, and that way, you know, it means whether you've got 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 in your family, you could just times that one recipe by the people, and it's easy. I mean, it's the same recipe. It's not really a recipe, is it? It has a few ingredients here that you might not recognise. Oops, make a noise with a scrambled egg. But to be honest, for me, scrambled egg sort of conjures up breakfasts at a hotel where they've been left sitting there for ages. And when you go to get them, you don't get a spoonful of scrambled egg, you get like a square of the stuff, you have to cut it out. And it's just not pleasant, really. Anyway, back to the part of doing the eggs. First things first, I beat the eggs. I've got other ingredients around here, some of them you haven't seen. So the mystery will be revealed, or if you like to look at the crib notes and cheat on an exam, not that this is an exam, the ingredients are in the description, and they are, some of them you might think, in an egg, really? But honestly, trust me. Now, when I've seen scrambled eggs done on TV, they always leave them a bit raw, and I don't understand. I don't want raw egg. I can't stand raw egg. I want them to be just cooked. Now the thing is, you have to make sure, if you're going to put these on toast or put them on a plate, you have to make sure that that is ready. And as I speak, the lovely assistant Simon is actually toasting some sourdough toast for me. Sourdough bread into toast. So I can pop the egg straight onto a buttered slice of toast, and then it's ready to eat immediately. This is something that is not going to wait. If you leave it too long in the pan, it's going to turn into rubber, which is what happens at the hotels when they leave the eggs heated up in those trays. It turns to rubber. You have to cut it out so you get like a slice of scrambled egg. That's just not right. So So anyway, blue and whisk makes really light work of all this. Now, the straining of the egg, which I do, which I know people are going to think is weird, people have over the years I've shown them, is really handy if you're somebody that sometimes get eggshells in your egg, because this just gets rid of everything. So just a normal sieve, pour your eggs in, and we are done. Right, so I've just strained that, and there's nothing left in here apart from a few little white bits, some bloody bits. No eggshells and a lot of froth, well, a little bit of froth, it's not a huge amount, and that is just nice egg, no white bits. The fussy person in the family is going to be very pleased, as am I, to be honest, because I'm still a little bit fussy. Right, so in my eggs, of course, naturally, salt. You can leave these to add afterwards, and I don't like to put too much salt in because it is a personal preference. And some members of the family will like it and some members will want more. So I sort of do it a little bit and then they can top up. A little bit of black pepper. Just pop a bit in there like that. Now, this is an ingredient that some people might find strange, but please trust me. First time I put it in my mashed potatoes and Simon thought I was insane. He now always uses it. Same with the kids when I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And it's like, seriously, just trust me. And the next time it was made without this ingredient, they were like, oh, it tastes weird, I don't like it. And so I put the ingredient back in and they were like, there we go, that's how it should be. So believe me, once you've tried nutmeg in your egg, you will be surprised and you might not turn back to without. So before I do that, I'm just going to grab the toast from Simon. Lovely jubbly. So this is all ready for my egg when it comes out. Thank you, Simon.
Pleasure.
So I'm just going to leave my 2 bits of toast there on the side. So this is the first strange one. So I've got my like trusty grater, which is for parmesan and my nutmeg. Oh, I've just thrown it straight in. I'm going to have to get another one. How typically me. Simon, can I have another nutmeg, please? They're tricky little buggers, aren't they? Thank you. Right, 2, just in case I throw these ones as well. Thank you, Sim. Well, at least get to see me warts and all. So, as I was trying to do before my arthritic fingers dropped the nutmeg in the egg, I'm going to just grate a little bit with my grater. I will put a link to this, where I got this, in the description. So if you're looking for something like this, then it's there. So, just get nutmeg, grate it over the top. This kind of shaves the nutmeg very, very finely. And you don't need a huge amount. I'd say about 1/4 teaspoon, if that, for this many eggs, which is 8 medium eggs in this. So, I mean, I would have done 9, but there's a kid in there as well, so I've just done it down a bit. So, there's the nutmeg at the bottom. I don't know if you can see, it's all like gone everywhere. I'm going to give it a little stir to get this in. Right. I've got a knob of butter in here. Little knob of a Lurpak lighter. It's quite a large knob of butter, which I must admit. So if you have a non-stick pan, you will need a lot less than that. But I just like the way that the butter makes the egg taste. Before I start cooking this, I need to just talk through the last bit with you, because egg cooks so quickly. And once it's baked, you have to get it off the heat and out of the pan as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's going to start going rubbery. You've probably got about 2 minutes maximum. I know it sounds like I don't want to panic you, but I would just say get everything prepped. So get your tea made, get your toast done, get your, if you want to sprinkle it with cheese, that's lovely. If you want to put some smoked salmon on it, if you want to have some bacon, make sure that's ready and cooked. It is literally the last thing you do. It takes a matter of a few minutes to cook. I tend to turn the hob off before it's fully cooked, because the last bit of heat heats it up. Now, I know at the beginning of the video I said I do not like raw egg. And when I've seen people do scrambled eggs, they leave the egg kind of raw and runny. Makes me shudder to even think about it. But what I do is I cook it just to the point it's cooked. So it is cooked and not runny and raw, but the cream that I put in at the end, which again, that sounds weird, but I put a little dollop of cream, that kind of brings back the creaminess that people who leave the egg raw are trying to leave in. So if you don't fancy raw egg, like I really don't like raw egg at all, this is a wonderful way of getting creamy scrambled eggs with a beautiful texture. And bear in mind, it's just going to be to help the texture just a little bit. We're not going to use much. It's not going to be like poured all over it like a dessert. It is literally just to make the egg get that silkiness back, but it's going to be cooked through, but not cooked to the point where you're going to need a slice of egg on your toast. It's going to still be crumbly, gorgeous, soft and gentle, but cooked scrambled egg. So I'm just going to get cracking on that now and hope that Simon brings the rest of the toast out when I'm ready. What I'm going to do is I'll just pop it on my toast and show you. The kids will be fine. So, fab hob back on. Is it going to work this time? Have I turned it off? What have I done? I've turned it off. Right, so I finally managed to get this on. This was a bit of a disaster. It wasn't working. I don't know what I've done with the timer. It's the timer! Or is it the child lock? I don't know. I did something. But it's working now, and that's all that matters. Yay! Anyway, this is heating up at the speed of light. And yes, that is an awful lot of butter. Just pop that on the table for me. Thank you. That's superb. Got to take the plate over here. Put the rest of the egg when I've done. Now, just to warn you as well, the egg will cool down on a cold plate. So if you can warm your plate up, that would be fabulous. Just basically you can pop a little bit of hot water from the tap on it and then give it a dry, and that'll just take the chill off. So that's just another little handy tip there. So this is getting ready very, very quickly. This fabulous thing. When it's bubbling like this is the time to pour it in. Now, just to get everything ready, open the cream. Let me just pull this a bit closer to me. Righty-ho. So, just pop in your egg, like so. Put that hopefully out of the way. Now, with this, I know this sounds like a really easy thing to do, but there may be people out there who just don't know how to do a good scrambled egg, or have fussy eaters, or just want to try my way of doing scrambled eggs, which has been phenomenally popular, I have to say. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing a video. No point in doing a video for something that people really don't like or complain about, but it gets requested a lot. And considering my son has never liked egg, but the only egg he will eat is my scrambled egg, which he loves, so that goes to tell you that it's a very good scrambled egg recipe. So all I'm doing is doing a circular scramble. I said I've not seen anybody else cook egg apart from people on programs, and they kind of do this a bit and then they leave it a bit, and I don't understand it because it doesn't work for me like that. So I have to stay over it just for a couple of minutes because this is cooking super duper quickly in this fabulous pan on this splendidly fast hob, and you're just going round and round and round and round and round constantly just for a couple of minutes. It really won't take long. This is 8 eggs, bear in mind. If it's a couple of eggs, you'd probably be done by now. But for 8, obviously, there's more egg to cook, so it's going to take a slight bit longer. But this really is a popular way of serving the eggs to make them nice so that they're not, as I say, sometimes you can get dry bits, straggly bits, as I said, bouncy bits. My kids hate the white bits. I hate the white bits. I never told them about it because I didn't want them to get the same paranoia, but turns out that's genetic, because that was the exact reason why my daughter wouldn't have scrambled eggs. She didn't like the white bits, and I just thought, oh my god, it's passed down through the genes. I didn't even tell her. And she flatly refused, so I did the technique that I did for my dad does for me, and she's happy as anything. And same for my son. He won't touch eggs. He doesn't like eggs at all. Fried eggs, boiled eggs, anything that tastes eggy, nope. But then he tried my scrambled eggs one day, and that was it. He was hooked. Now, I've turned this off, and this particular induction hob goes cold really quickly. So there is just a little tiny bit of residual heat left in this pan, and this egg, as you can see, is just cooked. There's a tiny bit of moisture, but as I am moving it around the pan, that is cooking off very well. So it looks a little sticky, but it's absolutely fine. I'm just going to grab this to pop this down on here, and then grab a bit of cream. It looks a lot, but believe me, it won't be. And you just mix this cream in, and what the cream does is it creates that beautiful silky smoothness for the scrambled eggs that you see all these chefs have without it being raw, which I just can't stand. There we have it. My eggs all done. So I'm just going to move that to one side while it makes its noise as it cools down. And pop some of this on the toast. And this is how I absolutely love it. I'm a bit of a sucker for sourdough toast. So this is quite a lot actually, it's quite a big portion here. And the rest will be served up in just a nanosecond. They're beautiful, they're creamy, they're absolutely delicious. So I'm going to serve these up now for everybody else. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope if you want to try something different, you'll let me know, because I'm always interested to find out, you know, if you've added certain type of cheese. I mean, I've only ever thought of cheddar, but you could add Stilton or whatever you fancy, or anything else you're going to pop on that as well. It's absolutely brilliant. I know most people have smoked salmon at Christmas with a bacon, slice of avocado and tomato. It's your choice. But if you do something different, do let me know, because it's very exciting to learn new techniques and tricks from you guys. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on another video soon. Take care. Bye.